Season 5 of the video game Deep Rock Galactic dropped recently, and what better time than now than to paint some space dwarves of my own. Yes, these are OG Rogue Trader era squats from 1987. Hi, my name is Josh and welcome to The Last Nerd. We're finally back to painting some minis, and this time it's Warhammer 40,000, or rather, Retrohammer 40,000, as we're painting some pretty old space dwarves today. Squats were always at the edge of my mind as a project that I wanted to dive into, as I always loved to play fantasy dwarves in D&D, and when the Leagues of Votann came out, which was actually when I was originally going to make this video, I was like, 80s dwarves when they were originally coming out, space dwarves at that. I'm all in. Something about butchering a Scottish accent and channeling my inner Gimli, son of Gloin. So how did this video idea come about? Well, I've been playing Deep Rock Galactic for a while now, and over the past few months I was playing with a couple of friends, most notably Phil from Phil's Mini Painting. We were chatting it up one night and the conversation went something like this.
I challenge you to a duel. I accept.
But for real though, we respectfully challenged each other to paint up a squad of Squat/Leagues of Votann minis in the style, or at least inspired by Deep Rock Galactic. I sourced these Rogue Trader squats from eBay, and they vary in their conditions, so let's reset the painted guys to ground zero by giving them a nice scrub. Sergeant Bilkow here, as they used to call him, needed a bit of extra work to get the caked up paint out of his beautiful little details. This conversion beamer gun also seems to have been mistakenly superglued to his shoulder. Not too hard of a fix. I wanted to try and actually plan this project out from the ground up, literally, as I'm now talking about the bases. Deep Rock Galactic has a surprising amount of design and world building to pull from. At first, I was thinking about creating some hot glue renditions of rock pox to place around my little miners, but I didn't want to gunk up these rare little pieces of Warhammer history with something like that. I settled for the game's rocky aesthetic and planned to add crystals to the bases later on, as the game has a lot of crystals. Oh god, so many crystals. And boom! Now let's take a moment and do some priming in some matte gray. Okay, everything's primed. I have a couple of weapon options here, which I think is going to be for the dwarf here. They're like these two very big guns. One's this bazooka, one's this like, I don't know, multi-melt type thing. I don't know what they were called back in the 80s, but I'm going to magnetize those two options for him. I carefully cut down the metal on these big bazooka looking guns to allow for 1mm neodymium magnets. I've never worked with metal minis before. It took a little pressing, but I found the metal to be softer than I expected. Still, be careful with how you do this, as you don't want to slip with your very, very sharp hobby knife. I broke out the airbrush and added a zenithal highlight made from white Liquitex acrylic ink. And now we're ready for painting. I'm going to paint each dwarf as one of the classes from Deep Rock Galactic: Scout, Gunner, Engineer, and Driller. Base coat time. Let's tackle the Scout first. Sheesh, I never thought I'd hear that sentence come out of my mouth. If you know, you know.
Supply pod inbound.
We'll use Liquitex blue acrylic ink and turn it into a contrast paint with Midwinter Mini's magic potion. I've linked the video to how to make that below. Thanks, guy. In my past couple of videos, I've had trouble with finding the right mixture to not get beading with acrylic ink, but I think I've finally found the minimum mixture for it. For acrylic ink to adhere to surfaces is a minimum of 5 drops of potion to every drop of ink. This creates a rich dark color that will serve as a wonderful base to build brighter colors on top of. Here I turned into Mr. Fancy Pants by mixing some white ink into the blue and layered it on top to brighten the color a bit. Next, red for Engineer. Green for Gunner. Don't forget the guns. And yellow for Driller. Layer time. I can't stress this enough. Thin your paints, especially if you're going to do a lot of layers like me. Double especially if you're painting lighter colors like yellow or white. The yellow on the driller here took about 4 to 5 layers every time I wanted to have a solid color that I couldn't see through. Yes, it's a lot of work, but as they say in the art world, trust the process. Then it's a matter of picking out all the other colors, beards, brown satchels, purple tip boots, and apply dark washes as you see fit. Don't worry, we will brighten it up later if it's too dark for you. This is to add more contrast into the recesses. Bouncing back to base coat for a few more touches for their faces, let's start with a base skin tone. We'll improve this later. For our metallics, we're going to use Duncan Rhodes Sir Coates Silver as our base. This is not sponsored as a recording, but I will link it in the description. Pick out all of the metallic parts like guns, goggles, bionic eyepieces, etc. Let's get some midtones and highlights on those main colors to make them vibrant once more. Wet blending most of the way. Basing time. I added a little more definition in the recesses with a black wash, followed by a white dry brush to bring up the contrast like we did on the miniatures themselves. Another thing, as the game has a ton of crystals lying around for you to mine for minerals, more health, etc., I thought adding a few of those seemed like a no-brainer. So I turned to the internet. I searched far and wide. I found a job listing to join up with Deep Rock Galactic. I was shipped out to the space rig. The pod was about to drop for my first mission when... No, seriously, I just found this awesome video from the Gaming Tome. I'll put the link to it in the description. Thank you, the Gaming Tome. Essentially, he suggested taking some clear hot glue sticks and carve them into crystal shapes. Genius. Stay with me. So I did just that. I had some hot glue sticks lying around. I cut them up into shape and stuck them in boiling water for a few seconds with a pair of tweezers. This melted the outside and made them clear once more. I mixed up some red paint into a wash and layered it on in 4 thin layers to maintain a little transparency. Finally, I took some super glue and I glued the crystals onto the bases. these little space dwarves are looking pretty good. I think it's time to reveal them to Phil and to you guys. Hey Phil, okay. We've been working on this for a hot minute. I want to show you my dwarves first here, Phil. All right, you ready? You ready for this?
I'm ready.
The grand reveal.
There they are.
Hey.
Cool. Oh, I like them. Which faction's that?
These are still Leagues of Votann. They're just the old squats. These are the 1980s squats, like the original OG guys.
Those are nice. You went Warhammer.
Yeah, I went real old hammer. Yeah, that's what there's Deep Rock Galactic.
So I didn't realise that the Votann army was Warhammer. I thought it was a new thing.
They technically are. But I'm probably gonna use these as proxies because I just like these 80s dwarves so much.
That's fair enough. They are nice, cool design. It does kind of look like the scout. He kind of looks like he's wearing the Infinity Gauntlet a little bit.
Oh yeah, because it's because of the color of the glove. And maybe I should just do that just as a silly thing. I'm gonna put some little colored gems on the back of it.
Yeah, that little Easter egg. No, that's nice. I like that. So I guess it's my turn now, is it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you've been working on here.
Yeah. Well, this isn't it.
Right.
So yes. Hello. Yeah, this isn't it. This is just a stand-in, so we can see what it looks like on the screen. So, I did mine in a day. I did a technique called slap chop, and this is what it looks like.
Oh, look at that! Oh, it's like the Ghost Ship Games, like you got the logo kind of, but with all a bunch of, it's so cool. Oh my god! I'm gonna see it work when it comes back around. Yeah. Wait, did you freehand like the skull in there too?
No, so that's recessed detail on the miniature. So like in game, you've got like a shield and you've got the hood and the visor and whatnot. I want to try and emulate that on there, and yeah, I kind of like how it came out using the slap chop technique, which I explained in my video. I've been doing a variation of that for years and just never realised. I did have a little casualty though because I glued it to a base. Was typically one this foot.
Oh no!
Trying to take it off, it snapped at the ankle. I was just like, oh god.
Oh so no! I had a similar thing with mine because mine are like really old and they had like the T slots, and one of them snapped off at one point. But yeah, they super glued back on. No, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, no, I mean, slap chop's a great method. I was trying to do slap chop, and then I was like, I want to do layering, so I decided to do layering.
Yeah, no, it was a fun little diversion. I only became aware of the Votann army when you told me about it. Like quite cool.
Yeah, that's a cool mini, man. I love it. I love the axe. I love the gun. I love just all the. I love the green coming out of his helmet. It feels very Deep Rock Galactic, and it feels like also like the Ghost Ships Games logo, the developer of the game. Gives me that vibe too. Yeah, man. Oh my god. Deep Rock Galactic. Everybody go play.
Yeah, that's pretty much it from top to bottom. I've got the other models still to play with, so I might go ahead and do what you did and do the
whole shebang. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd love to see it, man. That'd be dope. Challenge succeeded.
Next time I'll set the challenge though.
Okay, sounds good. Wow. So this project has been sitting on a shelf for about a year now. And life happened as it does, but it feels so good to finally get it done. Is this a taste of what it feels like to finish your pile of shame? Help! You're cute, but you're next. But seriously though, y'all, if you start something, finish it, and you'll feel that much better for it. And y'all, if you haven't already, go play some Deep Rock Galactic. And maybe you'll run into me, who knows? If you do play, who do you main? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another one of my uploads. And if you're feeling lucky, hit that share button, and it will really help this channel to grow. Thanks everyone, and I will see you all in the next video.